Good morning. It's Thursday, January 11th, about 5 a.m. Central Time. Got to jump on an airplane back to the home base, so doing this video a little bit early and then off to the airport. So looking at the precious metals overnight, they're higher after yesterday's kind of flat session on the market. We got February gold up $8 at 20.36. March silver up 7 cents, 23.14. March copper up 2 at 3.80. In April, platinum up 3 at 9.32. Platinum aggressively slid again yesterday, but palladium reversed significantly higher. Maybe we've got a lagging effect, and that could have been a small pocket support bottoming formation on the platinum market. So we're going to have to wait and see if that proves out. Now, chart pattern wise, we're still on gold, kind of coiling action. We've got this 2029, that's the 50-day moving average. That's your critical level of support, and it's pocket support down to about 2014, where the 200-day moving average sits at. No real reaction, no big movements here for about 3 days in a row on the gold market. Kind of really just small wick up, and then we end up flat on the day. Same thing on the silver market, just kind of small action here, not much there. So some of you that are recently entering in the market, you probably want to be nimble on your position. Just go for small bites here and there on the upside at the moment until we get some great catalyst. Now the catalyst here could be coming out here today. So gold is steady ahead of that critical inflation report, which could give a clearer picture of when the Fed may cut rates. Economists polled had expected the core inflation year over year to fall to 3.8% from last month's 4% year over year. So we'll see what happens here. We really need this number to come in line with expectations or slightly lower. The slightly lower, that would be a gift. I think really in line with expectations that are going to break this down to the 100th of a percent here. So a lot of the analysts are looking at 3.87%, things like that. But the way the economists polled, they'll just show 3.8%. Now, yesterday we did see oil futures decline after an unexpected increase in U.S. stockpiles. We really see value in the oil market on the December contract below $70. We've seen it here. That was the low last night, was 69.71. Now we're 70.76. Not to play hindsight or anything. Many of you that have been working for me with a long time know that below $70 on the December contract. I kind of cite a lot of geopolitical unrest here in the Mideast. It seems like it has not really backed off whatsoever. The conflict in the Middle East, tensions continue to escalate higher here, just not getting as much coverage. Obviously, it's an election year. They're going to try and keep everything looking, rosy picture here in the economy, in the U.S. and everything else, and focus less on the negativity. So other things here, Bitcoin, we got the ETF approval yesterday. We're seeing a lot of action in the Ethereum contract. That's up about 6% today, was up about 10% yesterday. Bitcoin is up about 1.37%. I outlined a report that showed that they felt that the ETF inflows would create enough demand, and because of the fact they have to be somewhat physically backed, you're gonna see prices continue to move higher. That's what the report says here. There was projections for 100,000 at the end of the year on Bitcoin. We are only in January, so it is quite possible. That's only about a $4,000 increase per year. And if you get those kind of momentum flows, it could really happen, in my opinion. I think Ethereum is the undervalued one at about 2,600 going on up to, I looked at some contract specifications on it, some historical data, 4,500 to 5,000 seems like a logical target out here. Not to say that anything's guaranteed. We don't guarantee anything here when it comes to futures trading. We got to take everything as a gift in the hand here. Looking at the dollar index, slightly lower in the overnight session, got below the 102 level, small breach for a moment, sitting at 102.05. I think it's comfortable right there. 100.21 was the recent low on that contract, so we're going to want to keep an eye on that level. If we get threatened that at all, break below that on the downside, you could see a much bigger move lower here. Your agricultural markets, we do have a USDA report coming out tomorrow, and then other things to look at here. The 2-year Treasury down 2 basis points, 426. The 10-year note back below 4%. I like to see that, 3.99. U.S. equities resilient. Look like it's going to break out to the upside, try and retest those highs. So we might see some capitulation there on U.S. equities. I'd hate to see it, though, where it goes up, breaks out, takes out last year's high, and then ends up closing lower on the day. So we'll see what happens there. You got any questions? Give me a call. Also, we do have a micro Ethereum and a micro Bitcoin contract. I called several people yesterday, let them know that we were eyeing those particular contracts, and they were really unaware that the CME had those contracts. So you got any questions on that? You like to get involved with it? Very small contracts. Give me a call, 312-858-7303. Remember, futures option trading involves risk of loss, may not be suitable to all investors. Good luck, good trading.